The cost of changing electric vehicle batteries in the US has never been cheap. For the Chevrolet Bolt, the driver had to spend 16 grand for a new battery pack. The Volkswagen e-Golf is even more expensive at $23,443 and doesn't include labor. The truth is that many people give up their cars because the maintenance costs are too expensive. So what if, within 45 years, your maintenance cost is $0? We are here to bring you information about a new Tesla battery with a lifespan of up to 5 million miles, making Tesla lovers worry-free about additional maintenance costs. So, how does this battery achieve such amazing specs? Well, let's find out in today's episode of Tesla Car World. Welcome back to our channel. Before we begin, we ask that you show your support by subscribing if you haven't already, and ringing that bell so you don't miss out on any of our future updates. Now, let's get started with today's content. In retrospect, the battery term million mile first appeared after Don's 2019 open access publication in the Journal of Electrochemical Safety. It states, "We conclude that cells of this type can power an electric vehicle for more than 1,000,000 miles and last at least 2 decades in grid storage." However, that's only the result of 4 years ago. Recently updated results of the research show that NMC532 battery technology is complete to go up to 5 million miles. How does battery technology last that long?
And the batteries for those applications need to last as long as possible, be as cheap as possible, and be as sustainable as possible. And that's what we work on here.
Don always wanted to develop battery technology to overcome the disadvantages of energy density, longevity, and cost reduction. So he conducted experiments to develop the NMC532 battery. For his experiment, he focused heavily on an additive to the electrolyte, the liquid that separates the two electrodes, which will use chemicals like methyl acetate to allow the battery to charge quickly without damaging the battery. The results of this battery will surprise anyone. During 5 years of testing, while running continuously at room temperature, it has achieved a range of about 5 million miles with a battery pack that provides a range of 300 miles for the electric car. In March of last year, this battery reached 14,000 cycles with only 5% degradation.
So in March of 2022, that cell had reached 14,000 plus cycles with 5% degradation at 1C, 1C.
However, it'll operate for 16,500 cycles, or up to 5 million miles, as of a new report in 2023. This is a parameter that any previous battery has to succumb to, like a 4860 or sodium battery. In addition, factors that contribute to prolonging the battery life for the battery to reach 5 million miles include the conversion from polycrystalline NMC to monocrystalline NMC and the selection of quality synthetic graphite and suitable electrolysis. In fact, it can reach higher because after 5 years, it still shows no signs of shutting down or running out of energy. Therefore, the maximum number of ranges can still be increased. How much will this battery cost? The price of a 5 million mile battery will be just $144 a kilowatt hour, while the 4680 is $100 per kilowatt hour. So the NMC532 batteries do cost a little more, but not that much. Although the 5 million battery is integrated with cobalt, an expensive material according to the name NMC532, we're sure that cobalt stands in the last position.
Where in one, nickel is 50%, manganese 30, and cobalt 20, that's called NMC532.
It's accounting for the fewest ingredients by 20%, so it doesn't affect production costs too much. Low cost also thanks to the focus on investing in cheap components. Nickel's generally cheaper, with prices ranging from about a third to half the price of cobalt. Currently, nickel costs about 19 grand a ton, but cobalt is almost 2 times more expensive than nickel when it's priced at 33 grand a ton.
And our other battery packs are nickel-based and not cobalt. The nickel batteries use a little bit of cobalt as a binder, but only a tiny amount. In contrast, your phones all use 100% cobalt.
Concerns about costly battery changes are also eliminated with this battery. Low cost plus long life will bring savings in maintenance costs and periodic battery replacement. Thanks to the outstanding cost of NMC532, which is described as a wave for new battery-powered cars, it can compete on a large scale with gas-powered vehicles. In terms of material cost, the NMC532 batteries are more expensive than LFP batteries due to having a small amount of the rare cobalt component. While phosphorus and iron are found everywhere on Earth, However, Don and Tesla are in the research phase to completely phase out cobalt, so this will likely keep battery costs down. On the other hand, the production cost of LFP batteries is quite high, and the process is more complicated, so their price isn't cheap. Compared with the batteries on the market today, the NMC532 battery is considered affordable. It's priced lower than that of the solid-state battery, which is about $430 a kilowatt-hour. But the sodium battery is only $77 a kilowatt-hour, so it's cheaper. But the cost will certainly drop sharply when expensive ingredients like cobalt are completely eliminated. In addition, some auxiliary materials with a large supply from China will facilitate Tesla's battery production at the Shanghai factory, which will reduce the costs of importing materials from China to the North Americas. There are so many innovative measures in the research and production processes, so customers can be completely assured of the cost. So, how awesome is Tesla going to be now that they've got this NMC532 battery?
I'm involved in a research partnership with Tesla to help develop better lithium-ion batteries for their projects.
Well, in 2016, Don began a research collaboration with Tesla as president of industry research at NSERC in Tesla, Canada. With Don's battery technology, Tesla will gain a reputation for customer service and confidence in its electric vehicle products when the 5 million mile battery is successfully installed. Earlier, Tesla electric vehicles were also equipped with battery technologies such as 2170, 1865, or 4680. These Tesla battery technologies are also quite efficient and advanced. However, research on Don's new NMC532 battery will give Tesla certain values. Tesla's electric vehicles will be upgraded in terms of durability and help customers save on maintenance costs thanks to new battery technology that lasts up to 16,500 cycles with no signs of failure. Tesla's charging station won't get stuck when the battery charge time is only 12 minutes. With each full charge, customers can drive up to 400 miles, which is an impressive figure that helps Tesla assert its advanced technology. Tesla's always putting customers first, so it wants customers to buy cheap batteries with good performance. The introduction of the 5 million mile battery has helped the company assert its position far ahead of other competitors like GM. Although GM's been following this battery technology for a long time, the highest number is only about 1 million miles. Tesla is gradually proving its position in all areas, such as electric vehicles and advanced battery technologies. The next few years promise to be glorious years when many products are already in the planning stages and ready to go into production. The NMC532 battery is really worth Tesla's expectation for a great development direction to bring revenue, prestige, and breakthrough to the company. So in addition to 5 million miles, what other outstanding features does it promote? Amazing charge speed. The main feature of the NMC532 is high-speed charging. This dedicated cathode allows for a 60% improvement in 5C charging speed compared to the conventional standard, which greatly saves the total charging time and increases the overall efficiency. Specifically, after 12 minutes, it's fully charged to 90%. Battery life is measured in discharge cycles. While a typical lithium-ion battery can only give you 1,000 to 2,000 discharge cycles, tests showed that the new NMC532 battery has a remaining life of 95% after 1,000 discharge cycles and about 90% after 4,000. Other types of batteries often have problems in terms of size or weight when installed on equipment, but the 5 million mile battery is 15% lighter than conventional batteries and has a high energy density of 220 watt-hours a kilogram. So the NMC532 won't increase the load or take up space on the device. If equipped with EVs, it'll be extremely suitable to reduce the weight of the vehicle. It also differs from similar batteries in that it's optimized to operate at 3.8 volts, while other NMC batteries use 4.2 volts or even more. The lower voltage greatly extends the life of the battery cells, which allowed Don and his team to suggest that it could have a longer life than other types of batteries. Don claims that at 3.8 volts, the NMC532 battery is quite benign, as it goes worse when the high voltage crosses that. Stability is considered a safe state for batteries that can deliver up to 5 million miles. Installing this type of battery in a public infrastructure project will greatly promote the life, installation cost, performance, and safety of that building. For lithium batteries and grid storage, replacing installed systems takes lots of time and money.
Yeah, cold temperatures are good. The colder it is, the longer your battery will last, as long as it's not doing anything, right? If it's just sitting there in the cold, all these degradation reactions become virtually nil.
This battery also has good cold resistance. Battery NMC532 has a relatively balanced temperature resistance and can work normally in normal low and high temperature environments. Compared with LFP, the low temperature resistance of LFP is relatively poor. At 0 degrees Celsius, the performance of the battery will decrease between 10 and 20%, and at minus 20 degrees Celsius, the efficiency will only be about 60% of the original. This is the main reason why LFP batteries aren't recommended in cold areas. How will the production of the NMC532 take place? Although there have been accurate research results and data collection on the NMC532, the process to produce the 5 million mile battery is likely not immediately announced. It could launch by the end of next year as Tesla improves and studies the mass production line. Setting the car production record in 40 seconds at Giga Shanghai successfully is a new step. This has led the company to also focus on battery technologies, such as the NMC532, to make the vehicle production process shorter and more efficient. In battery components, graphite and aluminum are mainly supplied from China. Therefore, Giga Shanghai is suitable to manufacture it with locally mined raw materials. The manufacturing issue will also come with suitability for assembly in electric vehicle models. Engineers constantly have to consider the right shape and size of the battery to deliver outstanding original performance without taking up vehicle space. However, this type of battery is likely to be produced faster than expected if Tesla adopts measures to prioritize battery production while boosting the import and export of materials. Above all, the research to replace cobalt in battery components is expected to take a long time because engineers and Tesla focus on a reasonable price without changing the properties and efficiency of previous research by the company. Adjustments without affecting battery performance aren't easy. Researchers must observe and take alternative measures in case of emergency. Therefore, we can see that producing a battery has to go through many challenges before it gets to market. It relies on the experience of talented battery researcher Don, along with Tesla's leading modern manufacturing techniques found in its gigafactories. The 5 million mile battery will be expected by customers who trust the company's reputation. Why is the 5 million mile battery so meaningful? We all know that the introduction of batteries is to overcome the flawed aspects of previous generations. They are constantly changing toward the best performance. The 5 million mile battery is exactly that. It was invested in research for many years to overcome the problems of the lifespan of most current batteries. As Don's team estimates, the world needs an incredible 240 TWh of energy storage. Simple math makes it clear that if the battery only has a 10-year lifespan, we'd need to produce 24 TWh of batteries each year, while a 40-year battery would drop to 6 TWh, which is a more manageable number. Even with a fully cyclic material supply chain, recycling and manufacturing batteries will always require a significant amount of energy, so increasing the life of each battery will significantly reduce energy input.
But even for the small amount of cobalt that we do use, we will make sure, 6 ways to Sunday, that no child labor is being exploited. Obviously, we're a company that cares a lot about doing the right thing, and we don't want to delude ourselves or delude anyone else.
Besides, every year, hundreds of thousands of children are sent to cobalt mines to work, which is a tragic problem. When this problem was discovered, the 5 million mile battery greatly reduced the amount of cobalt in its composition, and it seems likely to be completely phased out. Cobalt's also very expensive, so it needs to be replaced in future research. Finally, its application to devices. In addition to electric vehicles, these batteries can also be installed in unmanned aircraft, spraying equipment for large farms, equipment in open infrastructure, etc. Because NMC532 has great elements, engineers and researchers want it to be used more widely to aim for a green environment with zero carbon emissions. The 5 million mile battery, although not released yet, has the potential to become the king of batteries. Tesla and Don urgently need to speed up the release time because perhaps electric car customers are getting sick of the current car maintenance costs. The 5 million mile battery promises to bring a boom to the electric vehicle market in the near future. The life cycle of electrical cars will be extended, helping low-income people reduce the cost of expensive battery changes. Thanks to the potential of this battery, Tesla will not only hold on to the achievements of electric vehicles, but also establish a world-class battery technology that'll set the company ahead of its rivals. So, what do you expect from a 5-mile battery life, and why do you expect it? We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that like button and join our Tesla Car World family by subscribing to our channel. And don't miss out on any of our awesome videos by hitting that bell icon. We value your feedback and your time. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Until then, stay safe and have fun.